Alright, this is a short guide to Exanima tournaments. Tournaments are the top tier content in the Exanima arena game mode. When you master the tournaments, you pretty much master the entire game. Tournaments will grant you the best gear game has to offer. It is a matching ornate armor set of the highest quality and in flawless condition. This is simply the best gear in the game. Winning tournaments is easier than you may think. Firstly, even to qualify for the tournament, you need to have master level fighters. This rule goes for your recruits and for your henchmen, that is, your AI fighters. The level of gear doesn't matter. All the fighters participating here are the masters. And that is something that you will discover really fast. Even on the inept level, they are a challenge. So you need minimally 3 fighters of a master level to participate. And if you do not intend to save scum, 4 fighters are recommended. Even 5 are not too much. They have to be well geared in their respective applied tier. And they need the best weapon you can afford. Now let's address the elephant in the room, the save scumming, which essentially means making your own manual checkpoint. I do not consider this cheating. You still need to win fights yourself. If you do not want to save scum, it is possible to play without it, but this game is very punishing and all it takes is one slip for you to lose, which can fumble your chance of getting the armor set. You can minimize your chances by participating in more than 3 matches, but still, it is a gamble. You will need more men, more gear, more skill, and more luck to play without save scumming, so take your pick. I'm not judging. The location of the save file is on your screen right now. Even if you do not want to rely on this much, you could use it once per day or even per week. As you probably know, when your main fighter in arena mode dies, you lose the entire save file, and that can be hundreds of hours. You can keep this fighter away from harm, only to compete in non-lethal pugilism matches and similar, but still, beware. Tournaments are played every week. Every week will reward you with a prize of a flawless weapon. For the grand prize of flawless armor set, you need to win the entire season, which means 4 weeks in a row, which is a whole month. This means that you have to win 4 tournaments of the current season, so your company name has to be on the list from the first place onward. You cannot start competing a week late, like me here. You will still get the weapons, but you will not qualify for the main prize. You must apply in advance, minimally the day before the tournament starts, because on the day of the tournament, your fighter choices are locked in. So be very careful who you're applying and for what. To win, you need the most wins in the tournament. The tournament has 6 battles. In 99% of cases, 3 wins will do. But there is a slim chance for another company to also get 3 wins. If this happens, there is no winner for that week, which technically means you have lost. Fights will often use the weapon restriction. This means you need to have the good array of high quality weapons at your disposal. If you don't, you will be locked out of potentially easier matches and you will be forced to take the bad ones. And that is not fun, I assure you. One-handed weapon restrictions are excellent because of the rules loophole. You can pick up a fallen opponent's weapon and start dual wielding. You can do it for the rest of the match, which is a huge advantage because your opponents will still use a single weapon. Don't forget to loot the rest of their stuff while you're at it. Tournament enemies often have top level gear. Now, tournament fights have several modes. Basically, they are divided into 3 main groups. One group is the Fray Melee, which you already know from your standard match types, and this one is the easiest by far. You know the drill. Back off and let them slaughter each other. You can even pillage the gear from the dead if they have better gear than you, which they often do. Then you just finish up the remaining fella, who is hopefully weakened by now. This is the safest way to do it, so take these matches whenever you can. Alternatively, there are elimination champion fights, in which you must defeat 4 enemies in a row. This means that your red damage will accumulate, so this is challenging, but still winnable. Remember, your adversary will be of master rank irrelevant of the gear level, so these guys are no joke. The last match type is doubles conquest. This means you will fight in pairs. This is the worst type because of your AI ally. He is just unreliable and will often lose, and then your journey will become dramatically more difficult. Here you need 3 wins, unlike a solo fight where you need 4. But if your ally fails, and there is 50-50 chance that he will, you will face not only the current 2 enemies solo, but all subsequent matches will also be 2 against 1. And that sucks. Avoid these matches. In general, avoid taking early rank fights because you may lose a lot of red health, and that is really bad for later in fight. It also does increase the chance of death, so stay away from anything below a death. Low rank champion fights might be safe to do if the restricted weapon is a blunt weapon, because blunt weapons mostly do yellow damage. Bonus tip. The short spear is kinda broken for novice and adept levels. Just get it and stab all day. It works great. I advise you to keybind your stabbing key to your mouse thumb button. And that's pretty much it. That is all you need to know about fighting and winning the tournaments for Exanima. Good luck! If you learned anything new, I would appreciate a like. See ya!